So, the government shutdown happened. What now? Congress failed to pass any of the federal spending bills for 2026, and it has caused our government to shut down. Now, what does that mean for us? I posted a video earlier indicating that a government shutdown was possible, and I had hoped that we would be able to dodge that bullet, but that did not happen. What's up, season gang? I am in Jamaica celebrating my bestie's 55th birthday. Don't panic. This trip has been paid for more than a year, so your girl is not out here breaking rules that I advised you guys, like no major spending during this crazy time. I am in an all-inclusive, very nice resort in Montego Bay, Jamaica. But I had to take a few minutes out of this celebratory time to pop on here and have a little conversation with you guys about this government shutdown and what that means for us. So first and foremost, there are a few things that aren't going to be directly impacted by this shutdown. And that's very important given that today is October 1st, and that'll be Social Security and SSI payments. Those funds should be in your account, as they always are. VA benefits and veterans benefits should not be impacted. Those should come as they always do. There may be some cutbacks in the VA because most of those people are federal employees, so your appointments may take a little bit longer. It may be a little more difficult to get appointments, but you should have access to all of your services, even though we are currently in a government shutdown. Now, what is going to be disrupted are federal workers. Contractors probably won't continue to go to work and won't be paid, so they will be at home without pay. Many will be furloughed and will receive back pay because they will be required to work without pay if they are essential, and will be paid once the government is up and funded again. Now, those that are furloughed and not receiving payments can apply for unemployment benefits. However, keep in mind that once you are paid back in back pay, you will have to pay back those funds that you receive as a result of unemployment. So you won't get to keep your unemployment benefits and your back pay. You will have to pay back those unemployment benefits. There is funding for SNAP, which is food stamps, and WIC, which is nutrition for women and children, through October. So you will still receive your food stamps for the month of October, as well as your WIC benefits, but there are no guarantees beyond this month. So be prepared. Don't overeat. Stock up. Make sure you have plenty of food in the house for your families, because if this goes 30, 45 days, there may not be funding for SNAP or for WIC. And there's nothing more important than feeding our children. We don't want anybody going hungry during these difficult times. So what does that mean for us regular folk? Not a whole lot is going to change for us directly right this moment. But if this continues, we will all be impacted. So much of what I covered in the video that came out earlier, you need to follow those things. No major purchases, no frivolous spending until we know what's going to happen. If you are continuing to receive your paycheck because you're in the private sector or because you're an entrepreneur, you need to be working on saving 1 to 3 months worth of money to cover your essentials, your rent, your utilities, groceries, your car payments, your car insurance, your essentials. Anything else could possibly have to wait. If you are furloughed, if you are impacted, if your pay is impacted immediately, reach out to your creditors, reach out to your mortgage companies, let them know. There will be things put in place to give you an extension on many of those things. I work for a large financial institution, and we have been preparing for what will happen with this shutdown if it happened for our members. So there are things that are in place for you guys. Don't panic. Reach out to your banks, your financial institutions, your credit unions, your mortgage companies, and find out what they have put in place in the event that this shutdown happens. Because what's more important than anything is that we need to hold on to all of the money that we have. If you have access to cash, make sure you have some of it on you, because if the Federal Reserve is impacted, you may not have access to your banking as you always have. I don't think this is going to be a huge impact on financial institutions and the Federal Reserve and all those things. And I think it's in Congress's best interest to do what they can to get this ball rolling and to get us back in a positive frame of government instead of having the government shut down. But we all know that there are absolutely no guarantees. We don't know what's going to happen in this current administration and all the infighting between the two major parties. There is no guarantee in how long it's going to take and if it's going to be cleared up soon. So we have to stay ready so that we don't have to get ready. I'm going to say to you guys, don't panic. Do not panic. Don't start selling off your stocks and your investments and all of those things. It's too soon to panic. So do not start panicking. And I apologize for the noise in the background. We got families out here on the beach having a great time. This is a absolutely fabulous resort, and I am going to take advantage and I am going to have a great time. But the season gang is really important to me. And while the old ladies that I came on this trip with are taking a little nap after our first round of food and beverages, I decided to come out here on the balcony and shoot this real quick video for you guys. As you guys can see in the background, the beach is absolutely beautiful. There are a few dark clouds in the sky, but I'm not concerned about that because I'm not going to be doing any sunbathing anyway. So overcast is fine for me. Now, I am on vacation. This has been planned for more than a year. My bestie is turning 55, so please don't think I am throwing my resort living in the faces of those who have just recently received bad news about being furloughed or possibly losing their jobs. That's absolutely not the case. One thing you guys can say about me is that I plan for everything. This has been paid for a long time ago. I'm not going to be doing any frivolous spending while I'm here, so don't worry about me. I think I'm going to be okay financially. I'm also going to warn you guys to please not get into the blame game about which administration or which political party is to blame for this. We need to know that Congress in full, the House, the Senate, the White House, and everybody involved is responsible for this, because this is something that should have been taken care of a long time ago. And each side is lobbying for their own benefits. And we, the American people, are those that are going to be impacted by it. Now, as many of you know, low to middle income families are going to be the most impacted. But we are no strangers to trimming the fat and tightening our belts and doing what we need to do during these crazy times. So don't panic. Don't get into the blame game. Don't start arguing with random people about whose fault this is. Do what you need to do to take care of you and your family, and don't worry about the rest. And we're going to pray that this thing will be over much sooner than later. We are in this thing together. I am going to keep you guys posted. I know that there are a lot of people that watch my videos that are just as familiar with these things as I am. So if you have any insight to offer to the season gang and anybody else watching these videos, I'm going to encourage you to please do so. We need to have all of the information readily available to us. If there are any of my season gang that are directly impacted, please, we want to hear your stories below, and we want to be here to encourage you and uplift you through this difficult time. So the season lady is popping in to you guys from Montego Bay, Jamaica, because I'm here to uplift, encourage, and always be here for my season gang. And I will be thinking about each and every one of you while I am on this vacation. So until the next time, the season lady is signing out. I am going to enjoy myself when these old biddies wake up from their naps. But until the next time, the season lady is signing out. Toodles. Talk to you soon.